Hello everyone, today's video is going to be my FabFitFun for the summer season, and I do get the FabFitFun annual subscription so I can pick all of my products, and that is really exciting. I love FabFitFun. I've had it for a couple years, and all of my unboxings I will have in my playlist I'll link down below. This is where I unbox anything that I get, but it's primarily just FabFitFuns. I have been getting FabFitFun for a while. Like I said, I have never ever had such a not so great experience with FabFitFun. So, you make your products, you eventually will get your tracking number. And I saw my friend Bianca from Bianca's Beauty. She did her video, but I'm thinking to myself, she lives on the other side of the country than me. It makes sense if this comes out of California, it makes sense for her to get hers before me. A little while later, Andi, my friend Andi from Andi Does Stuff, does her unboxing. And we are neighbors in terms of state neighbors. And I'm like, okay, so she got hers. Then I'm thinking, what other friends do I have that also has FabFitFun? And I felt like I was about to text Erin, and she messaged me and she's like, hey, did you get your FabFitFun yet? And I'm like, no. And so both of us have been patiently waiting for our boxes. And so I immediately texted her when I got my box, and I showed her the state of my box. My box, it was crushed, and a lot of the tape that looks like the box, the brown tape stuff that has little lines through it, that was all over my box. It was not a fun time. I am filming this on a Sunday. What's crazy to me is it told me estimated ship date was gonna be Thursday. So Thursday happened, I checked my thing, says it was California. Friday happened, I checked my thing, still says California. Saturday was when I told them, hey, my box ain't here. You told me it was gonna come Thursday. Amazon shipping, man, I hate Amazon shipping. But anyway, I have my box now, and I don't have the box to show you guys. I usually show you guys their fun little design and stuff that they have on the inside. But I think the boxes are very fun, and I really enjoy the boxes, but mine was crushed, and mine had a bunch of tape all over it. So they're not gonna look very pretty, and I had to rip the box apart just to get to my products. So that's neither here nor there. I have never had an issue with FabFitFun before. And because they work on a Monday through Friday schedule, they are obviously not going to answer my email request on a Saturday afternoon. So we'll see what they say Monday. And if you guys have never seen my FabFitFun videos before, I go through all of the options. I tell you why I chose my products and why I did not choose other products. So let's just get into customization number one. It is probably my most favorite part of this entire box. Although I did get quite a lot of makeup stuff this time, usually I get a good mix of items. Customization number one. First product is the Murad Retinol Youth Renewal Face Serum. I am not one for face serum, so if I were to get this, I probably wouldn't really use it. I do have another serum. I have a serum open right now, and I don't ever use it. So that one would have been a waste if I got it in my collection. There was a scalloped wicker tray. A lot of their home kitchen sort of stuff, a lot of that I don't get, but I think it's just very overpriced and I don't like it. They have two Stanleys, so they have the cherry blossom and then the black chroma. They had a tote bag. I don't need another tote bag. And they had a pitcher. Again, the houseware stuff, I don't need another pitcher. I have pitchers and I use those, but I don't need additional pitchers. And like I said, it's a lot of overpriced stuff. They have the Osé Malibu Advanced Repair Eye Cream. I personally think eye cream is a scam, and I have not really enjoyed any of my Osé products that I have gotten through FabFitFun. I just don't think that's the brand for me, so I purposely did not get that one. I never get their candles. There was a wine chiller. I really don't know what that means, and I don't drink, or I rarely drink. And then there's the Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare Alpha Beta pH Balance Replenishing Cream. That's a lot of words. I feel like I don't need any fancy cream, or you can get the $15 credit. What I got is the Stanley, because I think it's so cute. Like, see, it's green, blue, purple. I love this. And like, it goes kind of with my eyes too, just a little bit. I have the pink and purple in my eyes. I'm so excited to use this. I have been using, like, I washed all of my dirty tumblers. I have a lot of these, but I washed all my like tumblers. So I was thinking I was gonna get my box on Thursday. So I was using like a low tier water bottle that I don't really like, because I usually, if I like my water bottle, I keep it for a while, keep it in use for a while until I rotate it out. And when this did not come by Saturday, I'm like, okay, I'm done waiting. So I got a decent water bottle the next freaking day this shows up. Makes me so mad, but I am so happy. I don't have an actual Stanley. I have never gotten a real Stanley. Right now I'm using a Stanley dupe, but not a real Stanley. So I'm really excited for that one. Customization number 2. There was these Candy Crush beaded bracelets. It is cute, but I am a big person. Like, I can like just barely touch my fingers together around my wrists. No, bracelets don't work for me. There was the First Aid Beauty Hydrating Pillow Pads. I did not need this at all. There was an oversized clutch. Most of the time I don't get the bags from FabFitFun. I think, again, they're overpriced for what they are. There was a lunch bag. I don't need lunch bag. I have a lunch bag. I don't really pack a lunch. Then there was these packing cubes. Don't need packing cubes. There was 2 sets of sunglasses, a Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow toner. I don't use toner. And then the Glow Recipe products I have tried from FabFitFun. Again, I haven't really liked any of them. So again, I don't think Glow Recipe is my brand, but that's what I like FabFitFun for. I can test these brands out, not pay a pretty penny for them, and I can see what I do and don't like without spending the price tag on it. A bucket hat. Do I look like a hat person? Do I look like a hat person? I don't think so. They had the Murad Biome Balancing Clear and Prevent Acne Treatment Serum. Again, I don't use serums, and my breakouts, I believe, are more hormonal than anything, so I don't think that's gonna work for me. And then there was a Dr. Jar Repair Serum. What's crazy though is like those are my only 2 screenshots, right? And then I remember to myself, when I look at the like spoilers, they said about how Supergoop protectants were supposed to be on here. So I originally had one of the sunglasses as my choice. Then a day or 2 later, it dawned on me that the Supergoop like protectants were supposed to be an option. I went back and I changed my product choice. This was not originally there when I made my choices, which was like 12 o'clock on the dot on the day that it came out. Like the choices came out. So I ended up getting the Supergoop Protect Tint Daily SPF Tint. I did get it in the shade 20C. This is like the lightest shade that was available, and it is more of a cooler toned shade. This is the product. Definitely a little dark for me. Hoping I get a little bit of color, but this is like a tinted sort of sunscreen product. I am wearing it today. I was couch rotting, and I was like, I don't really want to couch rot anymore. So it's like 5 o'clock and I just did my makeup because I thought, why not? So I did end up using this. Definitely a tint. There is little to no coverage with this. And it was really nice with my NYX Serum Concealer. I have that as my concealer. Like, you can see all of my acne. You can see some of my discoloration. But for day to day, I think this would be very, very nice. I applied this with my fingers, and then I used my NYX concealer to under my eyes and like do a couple areas on my face. And that shade is also light, like lighter, so it matched my skin a little bit better. And then I did do a powder foundation all over my face. I use a powder foundation pretty much all the time anyway, regardless of how much coverage my main base product is giving me. So that is also assisting in coverage, but for like daily wear, I think this is going to be really nice. And this expires March of 2027. So like I do have to use this year or the SPF is going to go off, which then could hinder the formula of the entire foundation. So I do need to use this up in less than a year. Is that ideal to get a SPF product where it does expire less than a year than when you get it? Yes. It still has plenty of time. Like if I started using this now, I'd be able to finish it before then. It does have a little bit more than 1 fluid ounce. It has 1.18 fluid ounces in it. So I've used it today. That's really my only, it's like my first impression. Very, very light coverage, but I think it's going to be really nice. Customization number 3, there is this detox clarifying shampoo. I have tried some things from Day, and all the shampoos I've ever gotten from the subscription box, I haven't really enjoyed. This was my second choice product, but there was something I preferred much more. A chain necklace, it was gold, I don't wear gold. And again, more house stuff. So there was a mortar and pestle, I don't need a mortar and pestle. There was a cookbook, which would have been neat, but I don't need a cookbook. There was these floral bowls in yellow, not my vibe. There was a One Size by Patrick Starr Secure the Sweat Sweatproof makeup primer, which that may or may not be the thing I chose. There was a hammock float. I don't have a pool. I don't have anyone close to me with a pool. They had multiple options of these Dibs highlighter sticks. Only one of them really looks light enough for me, but I don't need a highlighter stick. So what I ended up picking was the One Size primer. So this is a sweatproof, waterproof, shine-proof, 12-hour oil resistance, shine control mattifying primer. It is in one of those like medicated metal tubes, which I don't know if I'm such a big fan of. I never tried anything from One Size, but everyone says how long wearing and everything that One Size is. I've mentioned before, I am a pretty sweaty person. So if this primer does work, this will be an absolute lifesaver for me in the summertime. And I kind of want to do like a wear test review video with this. I sweat a lot on my walking pad, and I would love to do like a video where I am using like my normal foundation and how it looks at the end, and then I'm using this with the same foundation, and then go on my walking pad and see how it works, if it works. So I would love to do like a video on that. If you guys are interested in that sort of thing, let me know. I'm very interested. I want to do it more for me. I mean, your opinion matters too, but at the end of the day, like, it's my channel. I'm gonna record it if I want to. I'm more curious than anything if this actually works. Customization number 4, there were these really, really cute ruffle Pilates socks. I have big feet. My feet are like a women's 11-12, and most socks are geared towards like 6 to 10 size range, and like they just don't fit me, okay? They just don't fit me. They have this Day leave-in conditioner. I still have my Verb leave-in conditioner from a FabFitFun a while ago, so I don't need another product. But what I do like about FabFitFun is they also did this with Rare Beauty as well. But like Day here, if you're really into hair care, you can get in one customization that shampoo, and then this customization the conditioner, and kind of have a matching set. So I do like FabFitFun for that reason, where they do kind of split things up every once in a while. And then, like I said, they did this Rare Beauty thing where they had, like, I think it was body wash in one, and then they had like the hand cream in another customization. So like you could get multiple Rare Beauty products in one box. So I really like FabFitFun for that reason. So if you're into hair care, like, that was an option this month. They had the Ilia Beauty Fullest Volumizing Mascara. I have had Ilia one from a previous FabFitFun. It was a white tube. I loved that mascara a lot. There was a crystal hand chain. Again, I don't wear gold jewelry. They had these like cheese knives. No, we don't need that. And then they had multiple shades of the Beauty Eye Stylish Shimmer Sticks. I am not one for eyeshadow sticks, are usually not my vibe, but my friend Jessica, she has been, I think it's these Ilia ones, loving them. So she said the shimmers, I'm pretty certain it was the Ilia ones. The shimmer ones she really likes, the matte ones she said were too dry. If you were into a shadow stick, that's definitely an option. Then there was a micro invasion face exfoliator from Dr. Brandt. That's not a product I use. And they had this digital offer on Hyde. I don't do any of the digital offers. I think it is just a scam for you to spend more money. So what did I end up picking? I ended up picking the Ilia Fullest Volumizing Mascara for volume, thickness, drama. So I have tried one Ilia mascara from FabFitFun, and that was in the white tube. One of the best mascaras I've ever tried in my life. But this one is in like a tube that's like my skin color. I've really enjoyed the mascara I've tried from them before. I'm excited to try this one. If you guys recently saw my like backup stash, you know, so gonna go right into that drawer. And this one will be used at a later time. I like having mascara backups. Customization number 5, there was a gold mineral mud mask. I don't really use face masks. There was a clearly clarifying calming mist. I think that's just like water in a bottle. Just not my thing. Nope, not gonna do it. There was this Bush Balm, interesting name for your brand, ingrown hair exfoliating scrub. I don't really use scrubs, and I do have I have two, I think, in my stash right now that are not open, and I need to use those. So I definitely work getting that. There was a ceramic juicer in pink. I remember going out and about with my one friend, and she was trying to find like a juicer, and she couldn't find the one that she wanted. If there wasn't a product I really wanted, I probably would have gotten that and be like, here you go, here's something for you. Because I don't think she ever found a juicer that she really wanted, and I think this is the style she wanted. I almost got the juicer if there wasn't this other product that I really liked. The First Aid Beauty Anti-Chafe Stick. I have tried a lot of things from First Aid Beauty. Overall, I really like their products for the most part. There was an ice cream scoop and pastel yellow. I don't need another ice cream scoop. I have one. Once you have one, you don't need another one. Gummies. No, I'm not getting gummies from FabFitFun. There were these ice packs. I don't really need the ice packs, but that would have been really cute or nice to have if you got the lunchbox. Kind of pair them together. There was these electrolyte things I don't need, and then these buffer pads, which I also don't know what that is. So I did end up getting the anti-chafe stick from First Aid Beauty or Fab Beauty, and it's like a deodorant. So you have your top, then you have this little protector. I like touched it, which is why it looks a little shiny, but it has no smell, which is preferred. Like I said, sweaty person. I'm also a bigger person. Chafing, major problem in the summertime. So I'm really excited for this upcoming weekend because there will be walking. There will be definitely possibility for chafing, and this product would be very helpful. If you are someone that wears dresses, that would be a nice product. Shorts. Overall, I'm really excited to have that in my arsenal, be able to use it for when I need it, and very happy I got that product. But again, if that was not an option and there was nothing else I really wanted, I would have gotten the ceramic juicer. Final customization number 6, there was a 7-day pill compact. I personally don't take any pills on a daily basis. Probably should, but I just don't. And another Glow Recipe product. This was the Watermelon Ultra Fine Mist. I don't need a mist, and I usually don't really enjoy my Glow Recipe products that I've gotten, so I did not get that one. There was a Heavenly Ginger Lily Bath and Shower Gel, which looks like a pretty decent sized container. I do have a backstock of shower gel, so I did not need to get that one. There was a Kapari Lip Love in Soft Vanilla. I don't need another lip balm. I have tons of lip balms. There was a dry brush in light pink. I don't need that. If there wasn't something else in this customization that like I needed, then I would have chosen the First Aid Beauty Cream to Foam Cleanser. It looks like a big container. I would have loved to get that cleanser, and like just add it to the stash with all the other ones. I would have definitely picked that product, but there was something I needed more. There was a Dibs glow stick, which was interesting because that's the blush and like a glow stick, right? Dual-ended. Then in a previous customization, they had the glow on its own stick, like an actual highlighter stick. So I think it's interesting that they had like two glowy dib products in the same season. Digital offer, skip it. Then they had a bunch of these nude no-show reusable nipple covers. And then they also had a bunch of these nude sticks blushes. My friend Andi loves these nude sticks products. And if I were to pick one, I probably would have gotten Love and Roses. That seems like such a good color for me. The cheeky one, the more peachy one would have been really nice. And then the Melon Sugar would have been really cool for summertime. So the cleanser, the blush, they were all really, really close contenders. But I kind of need these for later this year. So I saw these nude booby cover things and I'm like, this is definitely going to be needed. I've had instances where I wish I had something like this and I never did. And you're in this phase of life where everyone is getting married. Like I have a wedding later this year. I have a wedding to go to in 2027. Did they choose 27 or 28? I can't remember. It's April of one of the years, later years. But anyway, there has been many times where I have wanted something like this, needed something like this, and I did not have it. So this was my perfect opportunity to get that product, just to have it. Something like that in this time of frame of life is definitely needed. But those were everything I got in my FabFitFun. I am very excited for all the products that I've gotten. I'm going to definitely use all the products in my box this quarter. I'm really excited to use all these and I'm excited to come back to you guys on like my overall thoughts and feelings. So let me know down below if you guys enjoy my FabFitFun videos, if you enjoy makeup related content, because that is the channel that I am. Makeup related content, eyeshadow related content. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video, hype it up so more people can find this video in my channel. Let me know down below what were some of the things that you would have chosen, or what did you guys choose if you got a FabFitFun box. I love to talk to you guys down there. I love and appreciate all of you guys so much, and I shall see you guys next time.